What is up, YouTube? DivineRPG is here, and I'm just going to showcase my Minecraft survival world, the one that I regularly play on. I'm considering using this world for a Let's Play. Maybe I'll do stuff like the Enderdragon or the Wither, or I'll do this for a DivineRPG mod showcase. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. The possibilities are potentially limitless, but that's a little bit of an open claim. So this is one of my houses. I'll just go through my nether portal. We'll go see what's on the other side. By the way, this map was generated in Minecraft 1.3. So it's been around for a while. I know I should probably try and find some way to fill in this seemingly, I don't know what to say, null, dull void that is the duration of the recording, but I'm not exactly good at trying to find stuff I can come up with off the top of my head. I don't know. The thing is, I wouldn't consider my head to be a lot of empty space, because, you know what, this is just filler. Filler is totally useless. I mean, what's the point of even making this thing if I'm just going to put in filler anyway? I mean, sure, I'm showcasing a decent world, but who doesn't do that? There are a lot of other Minecrafters on YouTube who have already become successful by making videos that, you know, involve useless filler. It's actually not that difficult. All you need is a half-decent recording software, a decent Minecraft world, some gaming skills, this world, and, well, realistically, you're good to go. So this is my second house on the other side of the nether portal. Got a whole bunch of farms going out here. I actually made the desert half sustainable. Not even kidding. Is the sun going down? Oh. I didn't realize it took a whole day to cross over. I believe I can fairly make that claim because when I started recording, I had just started a new day. So that took some time. I guess I should probably show you the inside of my house and then start recording again when I get back to the other side. I suppose it's useless to show me crossing back through the nether again, so I suppose I'll go to sleep, start the next day, and begin recording again when I get back to my other house. Okay, so this is the house that I showcased at the start of the video. This was my very first house. This is the where I settled. I have a bunch of farms going on, so I like to make my farms not so big to where it becomes hard to manage them, but not so small to the point where it's unsustainable. The farms have to be decently sized. I like to have crop fields in sets of, well, not so small as between 5 and 10, but more so like 30 and 40. So it's not too unwieldy. Animal commune for the win. You know, gotta keep your animals living in huge communes. How else are you gonna mass produce them? Gotta be sustainable. So the way I like to play Minecraft is that everything has to be sustainable. If you get something, you should be able to get that much more of it, and eventually that resource should become expendable. I don't like to use resources that aren't expendable. I kind of shy away from using iron, and that's probably why you notice I have a lot of stone tools in my hotbar, with the exception of the iron pickaxe. Well, well, you need an iron pickaxe to get stuff like gold and redstone. Of course, that stuff only comes by every so often, so if you see it, obviously you're gonna want to grab it. Then again, I for the most part only use iron pickaxes that I find in chests or something like that, because then I don't have to dig into my own non-renewable resources to actually use it. Well, technically iron is renewable, because if you make an iron golem farm, you can farm iron almost limitlessly. But then again, you won't be able to get it in such high quantities to the point where armor itself is totally expendable, because one set of iron armor, let me see, it's 9 plus 7, so that's about 20, I think that's 24, my numbers might be a little bit off, but it's pretty close to that number, and that's about, what, 3/7 of the stack. I haven't done the math all out on paper, I'm just trying to run the general numbers in my head right now, but anyways, that's a little less than half, that's not quite half a stack, it's about no, it's not a third, it's too little to be a third, but it's not exactly expendable. That amount of iron takes a little time to come by. I mean, same thing with coal. I mean, you'd think that coal would be renewable considering the kind of quantities that you find it in, but it really isn't, it technically isn't a renewable resource. I mean, if you could consider it a renewable resource because you don't need that much of it. I mean, 1 coal equals 8 smelts. You see, when I use my coal, I always smelt whole stacks and use 8 coal at a time, so my coal goes as far as it does. That way I'm not wasting any. I mean, it's the same thing with blaze rods. 1 smelt equals 1 blaze rod equals 12 smelts. But anyways, back to the whole renewable versus non-renewable thing. I really only like to use resources that I can pretty much get massive stacks of within short amounts of time. That way I don't go destroying up the land for resources, because I like to maintain the structure of the land. I mean, let's face it, how long would it take to destroy that whole jungle? I mean, rip it clean of wood. I mean, let's face it, I can just grow my own trees and have more than enough wood to survive. I mean, I've got a couple of big oak trees growing over there, and well, what can I say? Sustainability speaks for itself. So, this is my NPC village. You can probably notice all the big housing projects that I've built out here to generate more villagers. I've got about 4 iron golems out here because of the large numbers of housing. Yeah, look at those projects. I probably shouldn't say that. It's a little degrading. But anyways, a valid door is a valid door, and it's technically an asset to have that many villagers. So yeah, I have a couple of wheat fields, I have a potato and carrot farm at each house, I have a pumpkin and melon farm at each house, I have an animal commune containing 1 of every type of animal at each house. Well, except for my desert house, I don't have animal communes there yet. I still have to make the barriers and lure the animals, and I still have to make the barriers, make the spaces, and lure the animals in there. Anyways, that's pretty much a good scope of perspective into my world. I'm considering using it for DivineRPG after I beat the Enderdragon. If I get feedback to start a Let's Play survival series right here and right now using this world, I'll probably consider doing it. But then again, yeah? What for? Hang on, I gotta take a call. I'll begin recording when I come back. Sorry about that, minor inconvenience. Someone forgot a document and I had to send it to him. Okay, so one last thing about my world. I have these mines, these caves that I dig under each of my houses. At my first house, I have a bedrock mine that I dug all the way down to the bedrock. I started branch mining down there. It would take a long time for me to showcase each of the natural cave systems that I found, but I think I'll showcase my bedrock mine, but you know what, why not? I'll begin recording again once I get all the way back to my bedrock mine. I figure you know what, no, it was not pointless that I came here. We might have been a little bit more productive to switch over to creative mode, but Anyways, I did what I did, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'm back in my first house to showcase off the shaft that I dug. I have a nether wart farm, 24 plots. Have a nifty little shaft. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about earlier, but I can't remember. Something about... I believe I was talking about how I play in sustainable resources. So yeah, this is the shaft that I dug out at Bedrock. These are just some of the resources that I pulled out. Obviously it's mostly cobble, and redstone. All the gold, iron, and diamonds that I found down here, I pretty much moved to the chest I have in the upper level of the house. Because, well, I really don't see a point in keeping it down here. I'm just going to move it later. Anyways, that's pretty much all about just about everything about this world. So I think the big take here is whether or not, if I make a series regarding this world, if I start recording it here and now, for one, whether or not it's a good idea, you know, to do a survival let's play. For two, whether it's a good idea to do a let's play with DivineRPG mod, and for three, whether or not the whole thing is a good idea because of questions regarding the legitimacy of the world. Now, unfortunately, that's not a claim I can make because I don't have any video evidence to prove it, but I'm just wondering, would anyone watch the series if I made a let's play modded survival, or if I made a let's play with this world, considering how much I've already done on it? Anyways, that is the question, and I'm waiting for the community to give me some answers. So until next time, this was pretty much a filler video, but anyways, you know, when you don't have a hell of a lot of ideas, you know, I wanted to do some more gaming content lately because I've been doing a lot of IRL vlogs and other stuff like that. So I just wanted to mix it up a little this time around. Alright, until next week. Later.